I'm back. Hi everybody. If you don't remember me, it's Alyssa from Book Nerds Rule, and I'm here with my book review. I did a book review in like September, which wasn't long ago, but in September, which was on Switch, and I did not really like that book, so we're not going to talk about it. And now I'm back. I took a couple of weeks off so I can finish a book, and you probably know what that book was. It was Game of Thrones, which is what I'm going to be reviewing. But this is a library book. I have to return it tomorrow, so I just thought after school, I get out a little earlier, I'll come home and return the book. So, yes, that's all I was going to say. School's been very busy. I have like no time to read at all. So my September wrap up is going to be probably not tomorrow, but the day after up. And I only read 2 books, and one was good, one was good, and one was really bad. And then this, because it's October, I'm going to be doing Scary Month, which means I'm going to read Stephen King all throughout. So let's hope I can get through his books, because sometimes his books really bore me. I think, no, maybe I won't do Stephen King. Maybe I'm reading Stephen King right now, Rose Madder, which is one of his scariest books. Maybe I'll read some other books, because I really want to read Nevermore, and I really, 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 really want to see if they have, the library has, freak was that book? I forgot what that book was. I hate when you forget a book. And to see if other scary books. Oh, and Just in Blood. See if they have that, so I can. So this is my review on Game of Thrones by George R.R. Martin, and I loved it. It took me almost 3 months to finish this book, and I did not like that because it's a very thick book. I just loved it. It was really, 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 really. Oh, I just loved it. I enjoyed it. It was intense. It was suspenseful. It was everything you can think about. And I love George R.R. Martin's writing. Oh my God, his writing. As you know, I freak out a lot over books that like leave me speechless. This is me the whole time. What the actual heck what is going on? What is going on? What is going on? Oh my God, no! John Edward, no! That's how I felt the whole time. That's how I felt the whole time. So I really, really enjoyed it. And I also liked how it gave you like a context, like the whole houses. Because I was like really confused at times. I was like, oh, now I just go back to the back. And I liked how it ended on Daenerys, because I really like her. So let's get to the plot. So the plot is about, in the land, it's in the Summer Kingdom, 7 kingdoms, which is ruled by the compass, which is north, south, east, and west. And I enjoyed it. So north, south, east, and west, and like it's really focused on the Stark family and Eddard. I've been pronouncing it Edward, but it's not Edward. It's Eddard. I know it's not. It's Eddard. I don't know, but they call him Ned anyway. And his brother-in-law died, and his sister-in-law, which is his wife's sister, ran off to the Vale of Erie, ran off, locked her son, doesn't want to be out, that sort of thing. And it just falls about his life. One of his good friends, who's the king, Robert Baratheon, comes to Winterfell, comes to visit, and says, I want you to be my new hand. And he agrees, because he's a good friend, he doesn't want to say no, and also because he wants to find out the true death of Jon Arryn. So, that's pretty much where the plot takes off. I enjoyed it. Oh my god, I hate The one character I despised this whole friggin' time was Queen seriously Lannister. I hated her. I hated her. I really did not like her because she was the bitch, and you knew that. You really knew that, and every time and that happened. Spoiler, not knowing that she was having an affair with her own brother, and that the children weren't even Robert's, they were the brother, the Kingslayer. I can't even think. That's just nasty. That is nasty, and I don't like that. No, I don't like that. Next, I just didn't like her. The one character I actually did love, a lot of people didn't like her, but I actually really liked her, was Daenerys. And she's the daughter of the king before Robert, before they killed him. And I loved her because in the beginning, like, she had very good character development. In the beginning, she was a sweet shy girl. She always did what her brother told her. And her brother Varys, the king, the beggar king, he is really annoying. Like, he would tell, I'm the dragon, okay? So you know what? I'm just like, shut up. And he was really interesting. I really like didn't like Varys, but he was interesting. He was a very interesting character. He feels like he should be the king. He should always be the king, and that's why he's getting his sister married, because Cal Dorky, the Dorkeys, I can't pronounce their names. Dorkeys, they don't speak the common language, and they're sort of like outcast to like the whole thing. And sorry, watching reruns of America's Next Top Model, I got bored. Um, and she really grew a lot as a character. She would be like timid, and then when she first got married to Cal Draco, she was sort of nervous at first, and then when we went up to the part where they were gonna have their time, I'm using a reference from The Catcher in the Rye. If you didn't know, she was scared at first, and then she started, like, once she was taking off clothes off, it was like shedding her timid skin. I felt like she was shedding her old self, and then towards like the middle, she became very queen-like, and she's like, brother, don't you dare tell me that. You're gonna walk. She became very strong, and she became very strong till the end, and I loved it because the brother dies. The brother dies because of his idiocy. If he just did what she told him to do, and just to be normal, not to act like the world revolves around you, which I hate people who think the world revolves around them, because it doesn't revolve around you. It revolves around other things, like politics, economy. It doesn't revolve around you, okay? So don't get me started on people who think the world is all about them, because it's not. And that scene with him, just because the Draco, when you're in their town, they don't believe in blood being shed, so they put a hot pot, and they put all gold stuff in it that melts, and they just put it over his head. And this is nasty. I don't like that. This is Now, another character I really liked was Arya. Arya. I didn't pronounce Arya. She is the daughter of Ned Stark. I loved her because she was reckless at first, and now she's smart reckless, where she like knows what she's doing before she does it. Like, she's learning. She's learning to be, and I love her standing up for herself and saying, I don't want to be the typical girl. I don't want to be the typical woman who just does things for their husband and do nothing. I want to learn to fight. I want to learn to be that water dancer. And I really like that. I love Bran. The second youngest son, I loved him. He was adorable. Except when the brother pushed him off the freaking window, I wanted to kill him. I loved him though. I hated all the Lannisters. I didn't like them at all. Except for, what's his name? Tyrone. The imp, because he's a dwarf. I loved him. He was awesome. I thought he was the best Lannister of all of them. I kind of felt bad for Jon Snow because he is the bastard of Ned Stark, and I just felt bad when Ned died. Because he wrote those words. Robert told him to write those words. and he knew what the truth was, and he wanted to get Stannis, who is the brother of Robert, to become the true king, not Prince Joffrey, who I freaking hate. Don't get me started on him. It was just like, and his own people they trust, like Littlefinger, Varys, the Grandmaster Placile, he trusted them. Except for Varys, he didn't really trust him that much. I wouldn't trust a eunuch if I was him. Like, he trusted those two people, and they just go off and betray him. And I did not like that, because he wasn't the betrayer. They all were. And he's the one ending up getting killed, because they are the ones being stupid idiots. Felt bad. Being beheaded is not a good way to go. And Sansa had like, Joffrey puts it on a stick, and she has to watch it. She has to look at it. They both had to watch their father die. Their father dies, just like my grandma. It's just nasty. Like, they had to see him on the stick. So for Sansa to marry Prince Joffrey, she had to be trusted by the Lannisters. But I enjoyed this book, as you can tell. I loved it. I want to get to one of my favorite lines, though, that I really, really enjoyed. This is the scene where Ned calls Sarah Still Lannister to tell him to leave. I know what you did with your own brother, and this is what she says, which I really like. When you play the Game of Thrones, you win or you die. There's no middle ground. And I loved that quote because it's so true. It's true. It's like a huge reference towards the book, and I loved it. I just loved that quote so much. So, as you guys can already tell, I loved Game of Thrones. I'm giving Game of Thrones by George R.R. Martin 5 out of 5 stars. I love this book. It deserves more. I can't wait to read Clash of Kings, but people said they didn't really like Clash of Kings, but I can't wait to read it. So, oh, and I also have a blog. So go check that out. I'll put a link in the below. So go check out my blog, because I already have a review up on my blog of this. So, have a great day.